everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Young All-American State of Mind podcast with your boy, the Young All-American Justin Foley.
With your young superstar, Brendan Cotman.
Man, today we got a special guest, an up-and-coming superstar. Let him know who it is, Justin.
Man, this man is ranked in the top 15 in UFC. His record is 19-4-1. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Stamann.
Ooh. How you doing, Cody?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for coming on, man. We really appreciate you sharing your time with us.
Of course. I wrestled a little bit with your boy at 10 Planet Las Vegas. So
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
So how did you get into MMA?
Getting into MMA for me, it was just, I wrestled and I boxed in high school, and MMA started kind of popping up all over the place. And in my local area, I went and watched some MMA fights, and I watched the guys, and they were just absolute trash. And I'm like, man, I could actually do this, and I could beat all these guys. I'm confident. I had 500 wrestling matches, and I was a Golden Glove state champ when I was 18, and so I did it as a kind of just to show I could really fight in this kind of situation. And I did it once, went real well, ended in 30 seconds or something. I did it again, ended so fast, and then the third time I did it, I ended up fighting a professional who was actually pretty good. Okay. And it was tough, man. Him and I got in a legit scrap. This guy took me in waters I'd never been in before. Wow. And then I was like, man, there's a lot more to fighting than what I thought. And so then I started going to the MMA gym and started actually training MMA, and I realized there's a lot to it, and I just fell in love with it. I don't know. Once I picked it up, put it down. I had other plans for life, but MMA just took everything over.
Wow.
Okay, man, that's so dope right there, man. It sounds like you saw what everybody else was doing. You was like, man, I can do that too. I could probably do it at a higher level.
Oh, for sure. That's literally how it happened. And then when I started, MMA wasn't a major sport. It is now. But it wasn't a sport. No one really gave a shit about fighters yet. And I I said, I really had no intentions of going professional or fighting in the UFC. It wasn't until the UFC kind of started to be a bigger deal that I was like, man, I make some legit money doing this. I should give it a shot. And I just let it roll.
Okay.
Wow. So what is your goal as a fighter?
Honest to God, I want to be the best in the world. You know what I mean? Everybody, or you want to be the absolute best in the world, but I want fighting to mean something more than just hey, I was really good at fighting, or I got a belt, I got this, I got that. Really, what I want is to be able to create enough wealth through investments that I don't have to work ever again. You know what I mean? I want to retire when I'm 35. When fighting's over, I don't want to have to go get a job. I don't want to have to ever worry about money ever again. You know what I mean? So I'm trying now to make some really good investments in real estate and other things that, will set me up for the rest of my life, so that when I'm done fighting, I can just go on vacation and never come back.
Wow.
Man, that's dope. That is so dope. It's dope to hear you talk about how you want to be financially free once you're done with fighting.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to put all this hard work and all the sacrifices and, put my body through the torture that I put it through for the last, 10 years. I want to be able to, just go stop into the set and be done. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to go get a job. I don't want to do that again, So it's about saving money and being smart and kind of living below my means, and you know, buying things that I can make money on later.
Yeah. Them assets versus liabilities right there.
Yeah. Everybody wants to buy the liabilities, man. I shop at TJ Maxx. I do all my own construction work.
Yeah.
Like, I try to save money every single place I can. Like I literally won't like shop at Whole Foods or like buy anything expensive. Like, I don't buy anything expensive. Like, I have a nice truck. Like, I have a nice vehicle, but like I bought it smashed and had it fixed, so like I could make money on it. Like, it's like the little stuff, you know what I mean? Like, people go out and spend so much of their hard-earned money on the stupidest shit. You know what I mean? Like, if my sink breaks, like, I'm not gonna pay some dude $250 to come fix it. Like, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get on YouTube to figure it out right now. You know what I mean? It's not about how much you make, it's about how much money you can save and how much money you can invest.
Dropping gems.
So what does it mean to you to be in the UFC?
I mean, the UFC, like, that's the goal. Like, every, I think, young athlete has, like, you want to be, because it's like the NFL of fighting, right? You start playing, you want to play in the NFL, you want to play in the league, you want to play in the biggest league there is, you know. So like the UFC just kind of represents like a goal that I set for myself. Like, when I really decided to fight in MMA, like, hey man, I'm gonna fight pinnacle of the sport. Like, I'm gonna fight in the UFC. And then, you know, like, it happened like that. And then next thing I know, I'm like, man, like, I'm in the UFC. Like, I gotta have bigger goals now. Like, now what? You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm gonna be in a year, and I was the top months. And then, you know, I just kind of like, I did goals after that. You know what I mean? Like, I never really like the goals that I had, I made happen like that. And then I didn't have a goal, you know, outside being in the top 10, you know what I mean? Like, and now I think I decided, I'm like, man, I gotta new goals. And like you heard earlier, new goals. Like, I want to be the best in the world, and I want financial freedom. Like, I want to be able to fucking walk away from MMA with money and assets and never have to work again. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, man, that reminds me of something I heard like LeBron say. I forgot where he was at, but he was talking about like the difference between like the greats and just like other guys that come and go in the NBA. And he was saying like a lot of guys, they just want to be in the NBA, and then once they get there, they're just satisfied. They're not hungry no more. They're okay.
Yeah. I mean, I see it with athletes too. I mean, you see it all the time. Like, a guy wins, you know, like a guy wins a national title, or a guy that, you know what I mean? He does something. He had this like goal, and he set out to like do this thing. He does it, and after that, it's over. You know what I mean? You see it happen to like really good high school wrestlers. They don't do shit in college because like their goal was to be a state champ. You know, like, my goal was originally to get in the UFC, and my goal was, you know, to be in the top 10. My goal is like, I want to be the best in the world. You know, that's a bigger goal than I've ever had as an athlete. But if you don't keep, like, reassessing that, if you don't really start like going back and being like, okay, like, my goals are too small. You know what I mean? Like, I reached them too fast. Now I have to level up, and like, and every time you try to level up in a goal, it takes a whole new level of sacrifice and discipline, you know, to make that happen. But you know what I mean? Like, everybody thinks that like getting to the show is really, really hard. I mean, and it is, but a lot of guys make it in the UFC. Tons of guys make it in the UFC. How many guys can stay here? You know what I mean? I fought in the UFC for years. You know, the average UFC career is 3 fights.
Wow.
3 fights. Nobody knows that. Like, most guys get in the UFC and they're out in 3 fights. There's so many good guys that are hungry, and if you don't stay like on your shit, like if you mess up time, you're not in shape. You came in fat. You don't make like the UFC. Like, see it, dude.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, it's so crazy because you see it in, like you said, you see it in wrestling, like, or even when the guy goes like Division I, some people are just settled with going Division I instead of like, you know, being an All-American or trying to win a title, just, you know, just thinking bigger, you know what I mean? So I know exactly what you mean by that.
Yeah, you've seen it. You've seen it. You see it in wrestling all the time, constantly.
So who do you want to fight next? I kind of got an idea, but
I mean, ideally, in a perfect world, I fight Sean O'Malley, right? Like I'm begging for that fight. I've been talking about it online. I don't think it's gonna happen, honest to God. I mean, I feel like at this point, if I just keep like picking at him, I just end up looking like an asshole because, like, I've already said what I was like. I've said the worst things I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say. Yeah. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna cut deeper at this point. You know what I mean, I'm moving on. The guy doesn't want to fight. You know, it's up to him. But the thing is, like, I want to fight the toughest guys, right? I mean, in that. I'm different in that way that like I get up for competition. Mm-hmm. If you tell me I got to fight this guy savage and like nobody's been able to figure him out yet, like that's the guy I want to fight. And there are a few guys, you know, there's a Brazilian kid that just popped in the rankings. God, I'm gonna butcher his name. It's like Ravion something. Okay. He just beat Kyler Flip, really good. Was like a really high prospect. You know, he's one of the guys that I've been trying to get a fight with. Like I told UFC, like this guy wants to do it. Let's go. And then there's a few OGs that can get it too. You know, Dominic Cruz, Uriah Faber. You know, I think Frankie's gonna end up signing a fight. But like, what a cool thing to like go back and be like, hey, you know, I got an opportunity to fight Frankie Edgar. Or I got to fight Uriah Faber. You know what I mean? If I want to have those OGs on my record. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. No matter how it turns, I think I can beat them, but also just like I want to just say I fought them. You know what I mean? Like I fought Hall of Famers. You know what I mean in my career. Right. You know, so it'd be cool. It'd be cool to get an opportunity against one of those guys. But I don't know. It kind of seems like they're all kind of like one fight away from just being done completely. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know if Dominic Cruz or Uriah Faber are coming back. They talk about it all the time. But yeah. I don't even know if they're going to.
Okay. Okay. Man, that's deep right there, man. So, like, how does it, like, compare, like, from, like, being in the UFC now to, like, what did you thought, like, from the outside looking in?
I guess I honest to God that like being in the UFC would just solve all my problems. You know what I mean? Like I was very like fixated on that goal. I was like, man, once I get in the UFC, I'm done. Like I'm done. Like I made it. You know what I mean? I don't do it again. And, like the reality was like once I got in the UFC, that's like when the pressure became real. You know what I mean? Like it was fun. Like the journey to the UFC was fun. Honest to God, I had the best time of my life. Literally, I had no money. You know what I mean, was just busting ass trying to like get to the UFC, work it. You know, I had 2-3 jobs, owned a business outside of fighting. You know what I mean, and like whatever I could put into fighting, I would. Yeah. But then like I got in the UFC, you know, like became real. You know what I mean? Then it was like, oh shit, like. This is like I'm here, you know what I mean? And the level of sacrifice and dedication you need at the level, you know what I mean? Because like I was broke for so long, and I'm not broke anymore, you know. But I gotta stay hungry. You know? Right. I have a nice vehicle, I have nice shit now, but I gotta stay hungry, because like I'm not there yet. You know, like that's fucking hard. Like people don't realize, like it's real easy to get comfortable. It's real easy to get comfortable. You know, it's like, well, shit, I made some money this year. Like, what do I got to do? Like, I should just chill. But reality is like, dude, there's somebody that wants to stomp you out. You know what I mean? And like, don't wake up like realizing that there's a bunch of people that want everything that you have. You know, hard to make it. Like that was the thing about getting in the UFC that I didn't realize. I didn't realize that it was going to be as mentally and physically hard as it has been to stay here and stay on top and stay like sharp. Because there's a lot of distraction, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It's always somebody gunning for your spot, man. It's always somebody like this up and coming, like you was saying about that guy from Brazil. There's always somebody.
Yeah. So take everything you got.
Like, do you have like the same mindset as going into a fight, or does your like mind has to be like in like just like is it like a big difference between there?
I mean, so wrestling. So like a wrestling match, like, you know, like a season in a wrestling match, like you might wrestle like 50, 60 times or more or less, like, depending on how much you wrestle. You might wrestle folk style and freestyle. You might get 100 matches wrestling, you know? So like wrestling to me, there was never really any like real nerves there. Like, you know what I mean? Of course you're nervous, competition coming up, your state, you know, you got coming up, you know, there's a little bit of jitter there, but like fighting is like, you do it like times a year, you know what I mean? So fighting, there's some more weight on your shoulders. And like wrestling for me was just a sport that I did in high school, you know, and a little bit in college. But fighting was like, it was like make or break. Like, am I going to be able to live an extraordinary life, or like, am I going to have to go back to work? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much on the line. Like every time you get in the cage, and like, you gotta figure out a way to like silence all that. You got to figure out a way to like be numb to like all the pressure and everything that's like building up to the competition, and just focus on like what you need to do to win, you know? That's really, really, really hard to do. I've seen so many guys, like literally one of the best fighters I knew, like coming up, young kid, he, super talented. I was like, man, this kid's going to be like, he's the next guy. Like he'll be the next guy out of my gym that goes to the UFC. Yeah. And, I watched him in the backstage. I watched him backstage one time, and like this dude turned, like before his fight, he turned like ghost white, wouldn't talk, wouldn't move, wouldn't warm up, wouldn't do nothing. Like the fear, not even the fear of fight itself, just the fear of like people's judgment, and like, you know, everyone watching him fight, like all the pressure just fucking, it broke him right before his fight. And he went out there and he couldn't even throw a punch. Like he was just like, wasn't until like a couple hours after the fight that he like came out of his like coma and was like, dude, I don't know what happened. Like I shut down. I couldn't even, I was like, bro, the pressure just, you crumbled under it. You crumbled under the pressure, you know? So like, like that's fighting is different, man. Fighting is like a wrestling match times fucking a million at least.
So what are some of the things you do to like overcome that pressure?
You know, I think one of the biggest thing you do is you don't put it on a pedestal. You know, like I fought before. I got, you know, 20 fights. I had like 40 amateur fights, or I'm sorry, 20 amateur fights. So I have like over 40 fights. Like I know the feeling. I know what it's like to get in there and fight. And I just like, and I've always felt like this, like if I go in there with anything in my mind, like any fear, any expectation, anything, like literally, like I want to go in there like as an empty vessel. Like literally I'm going to go in there like and just do what I know to do to win. You know what I mean? Like with no pressure, you know, like I need to be as relaxed as possible. And that sounds like counterproductive. Like you think you need to go in there and like be mad or be something, but really like it's fighting is all about a reaction. You know what I mean? Like you're just training a reaction. Like you've trained a million times. You know what I mean? I'm training 3 times a day. Like all I need to do is go out there and perform. You know what I mean? So I don't need to make it a big deal. You know, you win and lose fights in the gym, not in the cage. You know, so all I got to do on fight night is just show up. And like, you know what I mean? If I put the work in and I really did the things that I had to do, like it'll happen for me. You know what I mean? Like, and just kind of let everything go. Otherwise you just drive yourself nuts. You know what I mean? You'll be so tense and nervous before the fight that like you won't be able to perform and do the things that you know that you need to do, because like you're in your own head. Like you can't get out of that. Like you got to just go out there and just flow and let it happen.
Wow. What would you say to anyone that wants to become a fighter and have goals of making it to the UFC?
I mean, I think first and foremost, like like there's no substitute for hard work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they just look. I've never seen anybody like really make it in fighting that wasn't like a desperately hard worker. You know what I mean? Like, so every single room you're in, you're the hardest working guy. Like, you can make it. You know what I mean? Like, you can do it. You know what I mean? But if like the grind like kills you or like wears you down, like you maybe shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like fighting has to be something you really, really, really like love to do because it's extreme, like it's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no, it's so brutally hard. You know what I mean? Like you got to balance fighting and you're making money. Like you got to do all these things. You know what I mean? For like a maybe. You know? So
Wow.
like you really like one, you got to work hard. Like you got to work your ass off, and two, you really got to love the shit because there's like going to be so many times like your parents are going to tell you to stop doing it. Like your friends are going to tell you to stop doing it. Like a million people are going to tell you like, hey, I don't think this is for you. Like if you lose or you don't look good, you know, there's going to be so many naysayers to be like, hey man, you're not, like, you can't do this, you know? So like, you just got to like love the sport itself. You got to love the competition. You have to love like the training. Like you got to love like the atmosphere, you know, like you have to really enjoy it. You know, like I see a lot of guys that fight and they're good and they train hard, but like I can tell like they don't love the sport, you know, and like that comes out like when things are hard, you know what I mean? Like when you're tired and you're beat up or you're hurt or you're broke or something happens, you know what I mean? If you don't like fighting, like it's pretty easy to like put that shit aside, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like every time you put it aside, somebody fucking passes you know? So like for me, it was just like I had such a like a deep love for the sport. Like through all the injuries and through like all the shit I had to go through, like it didn't matter. Like when I hurt myself, like all I was like getting back to training. Like that's all I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like I was in get back to training. I couldn't wait to get back to training. And then I hurt myself again, and I'd be like, man, I can't wait to get back to training. You know what I mean? Like, and I was hungry to do it all the time. You know, and like that really was the difference between me and like a lot of other guys because I saw a lot of talented guys coming, you know what I mean, coming up, you know, guys that could be in my spot. The difference was like I love doing it. Like I just fucking enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Like you could beat my ass every day and I'd still come back like with the same energy, like excited to fucking be there because I enjoyed it. So I mean, that's the most important thing is like you got to work hard. The second most important thing is like you absolutely have to love this shit. Like you really got to love it. Not like you're doing it for money, not like you're doing it for fame, not like you're doing it for any other reason than you really, really enjoy doing it. And that's, you know, pretty easy recipe success in MMA.
Okay. Man, that was just so powerful, man. Like when you were saying like basically like a person doesn't know like their true passions and like even their own character until like they're really faced with some adversity. Because anybody could just walk around like, oh yeah, I'm this and that, without even going through anything. Like everybody's cool when the sun is shining, when it's 70 degrees, enjoying the breeze. But when things get real, you get some adversity, man.
Yeah, that's where you all right.
Yeah, that's when you find out who you really are inside. Because anybody can look good outside. Like, everybody can talk a good one. When you gotta walk in and back it up, oh yeah, that's what's gonna show and tell.
Very true,
bro. Man, that was just an amazing conversation we just had with Cody, man. Like, how do you feel, man? How are you feeling out that convo? What's some of the things you taking away, man?
Man, I feel like just don't give up on your dreams, basically, and like if you want to get to your dreams, it's gonna take a lot of sacrifice. That's what that's what I really got from it. Cause he even said that he went broke, and we like you can tell like even from like the background, like he lives in a pretty nice house. But like it's just crazy how like people go from like broke to like just to where he is now.
Yeah.
You know,
to like what people can see like from the outside looking in, like others can like view as a success, you know?
Yeah. So I think it was a great. I think it was a great convo, and I think it was much needed because like he was basically saying like some and spending money like he was
Yeah.
saying like a lot of people when they get their bread
Hmm.
they spend half of them on jewelry.
Yeah. Like at least like on liabilities and stuff like that. But it was really like dope to hear how he really wants to be like financially free and like how he's cautious of like the things he buy and stuff
Yeah,
like that. Like and how he really wants to like do stuff that he can. He like to do the things he can for himself, like so like he said like plumbing or whatever. Like he feel like that's something he can do if he does the right amount of research and this and that. So I just think that's pretty dope. You know?
yeah, bro. The person that he wants to fight too, like
Yeah. What do
I,
you think about the list of names he gave, man?
I think it's pretty dope. Like, I
Mhm.
think he wants to be known as a fighter that doesn't run away from tough competition, that he
Mhm.
faces it, head on. Uh, I think he's gonna get to where, like he really wants to be a champion. He wants people to
Mhm.
remember that he's a champion, not
Mhm.
only a champion, but like for himself, like you said, financial freedom.
Mhm.
I mean, he already has that, but like he's still, like
Mhm.
doing what he has to do, doing what he can, just
Mhm.
to, I'm sure, take his bills away.
Yeah. And it was like, bro, when he was even talking about like the people that he wants to fight, like it was amazing to hear because like you can tell he's a true compet. He really believes in competition
Yeah,
because only a competitor will say they want to fight the best of the best. You know.
right. And I think it was dope too to get insights of an actual fighter that's in the UFC because we tend to see like, some fighters get in front of the camera, they say some like cut deep stuff that
Yeah.
digs into your personal life. I liked how he said like, even though he called out Sean O'Malley, uh,
Yeah.
he said he said some stuff to him, try to get his attention, but he said he's not going to cut any deeper than he already did. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah,
basically
like
saying,
he's cautious of like his character, and
yeah,
he's not willing to do certain things because that's just not the type of person he is.
right.
Yeah. Man, that's a lot of respect. 'Cause, some people they get in front of the camera, they be with the extra stuff.
Oh yeah, all the time. So that's what I said. It was dope to, you know, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? Because like you see a lot of UFC fighters, uh, who have like who you don't know if it's like real or not. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I always say like Conor McGregor. Well, Conor McGregor is like most like the
A
things
lot
that
of them
he
put on
did.
a show. They entertainers, man.
Yeah,
They entertainers. That's what they do. They just entertain. They're not trying to be. Uh, some of them just aren't authentic to themselves. Because some people just don't know who they are in general. So it's not really too surprising.
and the crazy thing is like when he did that to Khabib, he's I think he's Muslim. When
Yeah,
he
did
was
he
saying,
like disrespect his religion or something like that?
yeah, he talked about his dad. Uh, he said
Man,
a lot of, yeah. He and I understand. Like, if you look up the video,
yeah. I
uh,
remember I seen it, bro.
oh that was crazy.
Like though I saw the whole after the fight, all that with the with his
Even
crowd
though
and this and that, his team and stuff. Yeah.
even though Connor was like just put on a show, like
Hmm.
I feel like that's why Cody was saying like you gotta kind of like he was being mindful of what he was saying because it's
Yeah.
like if you really cut like bro like doing that to another human bro like
Hmm.
Khabib would have. I feel like Khabib really would have killed Connor. Like,
It could
yeah,
have got real nasty and real serious.
yeah,
You know, easily. You know.
easily, bro. The ref had to pull his fingers off of Connor's throat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that- but it's just like at the point like when you keep constantly talking about somebody's like religion, and a family, like bro, like it's like you could say whatever about me, but like once you start getting into like that deep stuff, it's kind of like
Yeah,
it gets personal.
yeah, and then
Even though
like,
you're entertaining, like it's getting
hmm
personal.
that's real. And it's like when it gets that personal, it's like you don't know how that person is gonna react to like the things you're saying, because it may take them to a point to where it's like, oh, like there's no point of return, Like at first they're probably willing to tolerate certain things, like, oh, you think I'm ugly? Oh, you saying I don't make that much money with fights? All right, cool. When you get to talk about somebody's wife, you talk about somebody's kids. Okay,
Yeah,
that's when you get into dangerous territory right there.
yeah, bro. Like that's it's when you start talk like you said, talk about the kids and the wife and stuff, bro. So it's
Hmm
like the thing that like even the thing that happened with Connor when he broke his ankle, like
Yeah.
yeah, the crazy thing is like he was still saying stuff about like he was saying a whole bunch of stuff about his wife, but it's just like even though like you're an entertainer, like it's still certain
hmm
things. Yeah, I think Dana White even said like he was kind of mad at Connor because he said that's not cool.
It's like you gotta have some type of integrity, and it's like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go believe below certain points, Like I'm gonna shoot back and say certain witty comments and this and that, but like there's a bar I'm not in a line that I'm not reeling across. I'm just gonna leave that there.
man, it's crazy because like I don't know. I think I don't know. It's weird with Connor. Like I've seen him like I've seen nice Connor
Hmm
who like he seemed like he was being himself, but
Yeah,
then it's like the second fight with Dustin,
yeah.
and how he was talking about his wife, like he just like switched. It was like he switched personalities, which was like crazy
It,
because
it,
like
it kind of makes you question who's the genuine Connor, like who's the real him.
yeah, and
Is
that's
this guy who's being an asshole? Is that really him, or is this guy that's a nice guy? Is that really him? Like which one is him? But it's like sometimes with people, we can be all of those things if we
yeah,
put in a certain environment, a certain situation.
yeah, because I don't know. We don't know what. I'm sure some of the things like Connor is another fighter that went broke too. Like he was like broke.
I'm not surprised because like that fighting stuff. It was like just trying to become a professional athlete. That's not something easy to accomplish, and it's like the means in which you need to get to that level. Like man, it's a lot. Whether it's like financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, it's a lot that you need.
Yeah, I think it's like very very emotionally because it's like let's say you broke before the fight
Hmm
and you win you win fight of the night. That's like 50 or 75K your bank account.
hmm
Like that's your whole life has changed just
Yeah,
within that moment. Like
that's facts.
I'm not saying you like rich or anything, but like
That's
that's
like
some
a lot of people don't even make that in a year, you know.
yeah,
So just to get that in one night, man, or even like to be like a first round draft pick in whatever professional sport, you know,
yeah.
there's like millions that comes along with that. But it's like, man, like a lot of people won't be able to see that much in their whole lifetime.
It's crazy. So if it was me, man, like I said, I'd take care of my parents if I had that type of money, take care of myself, and then just, man, just I'll just travel at that point, man.
Yeah.
But if I was at the point where Connor was, like I would just travel and
hmm
just spend time with my family. It wouldn't even be no point for me to fight no more, like
Yeah.
because I feel like everyone has to have a goal before you like fight. Like
hmm
at that point where you can take Connor could probably take care of me and my like future
Yeah.
kids and your kids. That's how much money he has, bro. Like
Yeah.
when you put things into perspective like that, it's like,
hmm
man, like I I, I wouldn't want to take myself, but I'm sure he loves competing. Take myself through that process of like mentally getting ready to fight another dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's to me it's like you just save your body and just
hmm
you're already at that point. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's just me though. That's just my opinion.
And it's kind of tough to keep that type of mentality you need to be a fighter. You know, to say, okay, I'm willing to step in the ring, I'm willing to put in the training that I need to in order to be good or great at my craft. You know, because like when you waking up in a California king size bed and this and that, like it's hard to go say, let me go running, this and that. Let me go on this diet, you know. Let me go work out, let me go train, let me go to this camp. That's easy. That's easy to do when you have nothing, because when you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, man. That's so true, man. But anyway, have you been keeping up with any college football games? I know it's
You
been
know I am, my boy. You know I am. Come
it's,
on now.
it's so much to talk about, bro. Let's talk about the obvious game first, man. Like Alabama, they lost five. They lost five of they lost like half of their starters, and now
I'm just off the receivers they lost to the draft, bro. Like, what? Man, I just off the first week alone, like I said on a weekend tour, remember, like, I really think that Alabama's going to win the title this year.
man, it's
Just off the first week. And I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Georgia is gonna give them a tough run. This is all off the first week, the way that Georgia defense is looking. They have a lot of, I'm telling you,
bro.
this Georgia defense is gonna get a lot of them gonna get drafted.
Duh. Oh yeah, for sure.
They're deep defense.
Bro, they sacked Clemson
Yeah,
7 times.
yeah.
7.
Clemson offensive line isn't the same either. Like they're not as dominant or as good as they were in past years, and they're still young, still trying to gel together. But man, that Georgia defense
Yeah.
is something nice. That Georgia secondary is nice. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Alabama versus Georgia unfolds this year. You know,
Yeah, that's gonna be a great game. Because bro, Alabama quarterback is cold.
Bryce Young, he's
Yeah,
nice. He's nice. He was I believe, he's a 5-star coming out of high school. So yeah, he's nice. He's nice. He had time to sit behind a couple of
great.
pros. So I feel like he's gonna be pretty solid. I feel like he's gonna be good.
I could see him going like first round, like 12, like double digit number or something.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he'll be draft eligible yet. So, but we'll see how the rest of the season unfolds, man.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of another game. Oh, UCLA lost to
UCLA get to LSU, bro. But let's skip that one for that one hurt, bro. I'm not gonna let that one
uh,
hurt. That one hurt, bro. I'm just like, man.
that game, bro. That was wild,
But
bro.
I gotta give it up to Chip Kelly. What he's doing with UCLA, they're gonna mess around and win the Pac-12, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They're
They
gonna
look
mess
good.
around. They was looking smooth, and they can really run the ball. And depending on how injuries go too, yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Uh, and then it's a big game coming on this weekend. I believe Iowa State
Mm-hmm.
versus is it Iowa State versus Iowa? I believe.
They playing
And
this
that
weekend,
yeah, and then one of them is ranked 10 and the other one is ranked 9.
bro. You know, we gonna have to talk about the results of that game on a weekend to remember, bro. You know that, right?
Bro, remember we were like at this time, bro, we was I think we talked about because at this we would have been in school. I think
Mm-hmm.
we was talking about it a while back about going to a game.
We were supposed to
And
go to one. We were supposed to go to one, but
yeah,
I was busy with the football season. You was busy like with the early wrestling stuff.
man, dog, like that's one game I've always like wanted to go to because I know that game is probably live, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. We gonna. I'm telling you, it's gonna be plenty of college games for us to go to in the near future. You feel me? So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a blast, and I'm looking forward to us having a great time.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. So uh who would you say is your rookie of the year, your early rookie of the year for the NFL?
I'm trying to think. I feel like he's gonna be. I think it's gonna be one of the quarterbacks actually.
Really? Okay.
Either. I feel like it depends on how much Trey Lance play. Oh man.
It's too many, bro.
To me, it's like between just off the top of my head, I'm thinking Trey Lance or Justin Fields.
Ooh.
Just because like how good their surrounding cast is, they'll allow them to play even better. So like the coaching, like the offensive coaching, like they have too. I feel like they'll be pretty good. Just especially like with this running cast. But like for Trey Lance, it depends on like if he even plays. How much he plays.
Because they're both behind some good veterans. I mean,
I feel like what you gonna say, bro?
I was just saying Andy Dalton is not a great veteran, but like he started in some games, but that's about it.
I feel like Justin Fields is gonna play like after like the first 3 games, after the first 4 games or something like that. He's gonna have a starting spot. So
yeah.
who's your prediction, bro?
My prediction is I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I think people are running away from him. Quarterback for the Jets, rookie.
You think? Oh, you talking about?
I forget dude name. Zach Wilson, is that his name? Yeah.
That's
Aaron,
tough. That's tough.
The way Aaron Rodgers, I know it was only preseason, but the way Aaron Rodgers was like kind of talking about him, like
he has a lot of potential.
Yeah, he has a lot of potential. Basically, that's basically what you say. He has a lot of potential, and if he's kind of like opening, like catching the attention of Aaron Rodgers, like me, that says a lot. So I would say him, Najee Harris, and then my third one would be, like I said, I'm gonna be biased here. I'm gonna say Fields.
Okay.
Those like my top 3 right now. Okay. Trevor Lawrence, I'm not really sure because he's starting right away. Yeah. So like I'm not sure if like.
Bro, there's a reason why the Jaguars had the first pick last year. Overall, they're not that roster, their coach, and just at least with the roster. They have to still have to make improvements. Especially in their division, where there's like 2 decent teams, 2 other decent teams, and then like a veteran team within like with Houston.
Right, because you see what happened to Joe Burrow when he went to the Bengals. Like he's not bad.
Joe was turning them around. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if Joe didn't get injured, he would have won Rookie of the Year, bro.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Who won Rookie of the Year last year?
I think it was like Justin Herbert.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Justin is nice. He's nice, but I don't think he's better than Joe. Yeah, healthy Joe, bro.
Yeah, man.
Especially like Joe's asked to do more too. So yeah,
we're gonna see, man. It's just so great to see, bro. Fans back, not only in the NFL, but just for college, bro. Like
that college atmosphere, that energy, man.
Yeah, bro. Like it was. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was so depressing when like it was no fans in a stand. Like I didn't even watch sports, bro.
It was tough.
It was like, come on, man. Like it's just so surreal to see. Like, man, it's finally fans back. Like, it's kind of surprising to see things back normal because we've been out for like a year.
That's facts. But it feels so amazing, like just like to see the energy. I'm really looking forward to like the next college football game I go to. I know the atmosphere is gonna be amazing, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love like that college atmosphere is just it's something different, bro. Like
that energy, bro.
It's just energy. Like it's a lot different from the NFL because the fans are younger. In my opinion, in college, because you get the student section too.
Yeah,
in
like the college, oftentimes college students are really close with college athletes. You
Oh
know,
yeah, that's a good point.
so
That's a
like
really
that
good point.
bond, like they have like with different athletes, they really want to see their friends succeed in whatever sport they're doing. You know, so they really cheering them on, going hard from them. You know.
I would say this is my opinion from seeing their fans. I think Virginia Tech probably has like one of like the craziest like
Yeah. They have like a
interest.
crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They do. They do. And I
um,
like what's the name? Nebraska. And they do the jump around. They all get the jumping.
you mean Wisconsin?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
That's like
Yeah,
their culture
Wisconsin.
in there. Yeah, jump
Cause yeah, I saw
around.
that during the Penn State game.
Yeah, and then I like Florida States too. They had a dude on a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Them though, yeah. Yeah.
they do that
That's really
all
cold.
game.
Yeah.
what you,
That shit's cold.
what you think of that Notre Dame game though?
Bro, I missed it, bro, but I heard it was really a great game, bro. I heard it was like all time, bro. Like one of them dope, like it had like a great story, like with the backup quarterback coming in who was injured, who like really tore up his knee. He was out for almost 2 years. Nobody ever thought he'd be able to walk again, let alone play. And here he goes. He was like so close to having Florida State winning that game, bro. Field goal. They're literally 2 field goal kicks away from winning that game.
Yeah.
Like say if they would have made theirs and Notre Dame didn't make theirs, they would have won that game, bro. And it would have been a huge upset.
Oh yeah, for sure. That my guy Brett sent me. Um, he said that was like they broke a record for like the views on that game or something. I
Yeah.
gotta look at it, but it was so many people watched that game. But
Mm-hmm.
crazy thing is, like I stopped watching it. I went to go play volleyball. I'm like, oh, Notre Dame is up by 10 in the fourth quarter. The game over, whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, I came back home. I was like, overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is it in overtime? But
Yeah.
I like the new quarterback had came in.
Mm-hmm.
And
He was like 5 for 7, bro. Like, he was really efficient. He was doing his thing, man. But like that's the thing about like sports that people that I love about sports is it's never over until it's over. You know.
oh yeah, for sure. Until it's officially say 0-0-0, that
Mm-hmm.
is when it's over. Because
That time to run out, man.
yep, you can't count out. I don't know who's more scary in the 2 minute drill. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, or Patrick Mahomes. Like those are like the top three quarterbacks that's like scary. 2 minutes, final drive.
I feel like for a whole 2 minutes, I feel like Tom Brady is scarier. And then I feel like on one play, I feel like Aaron is scary just out the fact he's completed so many Hail Mary passes, you know?
Yeah, and he's so accurate. And
Yeah.
like I'm really starting to realize like what him and Tom Brady have in common is that like Aaron Rodgers is if you ever watch him play,
Mhm.
like he's so like he knows how to run down the time. Like
Yeah.
he knows how to like
He's really managed the game.
yeah, it's crazy.
And he's really great at that.
He really knows how to control. I've never seen. Well, I want to say I've never seen because we've seen Tom Brady do it, but
Mhm.
like we've seen like people like LeBron like control like his whole offense of the
Yeah.
game, and to see it in football is more wild.
That's what a great franchise quarterback can do. They can control like the pace of the whole game, you know. And it's like, bro, the thing I ain't lie, bro. Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes real quick. Patrick Mahomes, I think, is the scariest because like even when he's down, you feel like he's gonna do something. You know, bro, they was down by 24 a few years ago in the playoffs against the Houston Texans, bro, and they won by like 24 or something like that. And that whole playoff run, bro, to the Super Bowl, they was down. They had to come back and win those games. even in the Super Bowl, bro.
Dang, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably one of the legendary Super Bowl runs I've seen in a very long time. That
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl run was like legendary for Kansas City, bro. I had never, bro. They
Mm-hmm.
were down each game. Houston
Yeah.
could have won the Super Bowl that year. I ain't going. That's like they could have won the Super Bowl that year with the team they had. Deshaun Watson was playing. They had DeAndre Hopkins. The
Mm-hmm.
defense was healthy. Like,
Yeah. That's right.
man, bro. I remember me. I think me and you were watching that game at
Uh-huh.
school. We was watching the Kansas City game.
He was watching the SV1, matter of fact.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, dog, that is
I feel like I was
crazy.
like right when we just got back to campus too, like when like winter break and stuff.
Yeah, and bro, people don't realize, bro. Patrick Mahomes is pretty big too, bro. Like his
He
size.
ain't no small guy. He ain't the small guy.
But like I've never like the no look passes that he does, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's so like I can't really like
Artistic with it.
yeah, he's like the Stephen Curry
Mm-hmm.
of
That's
like
a
the
great comparison. That's a great
yeah,
comparison. Yeah, that's a great. Yeah.
bro. Like because they just do everything so like flashy, bro, and like
Mm-hmm.
they
It's
so
flashy, but it's so efficient for them though. You know, like
yeah.
if anybody else try it, they'll be like they'll completely fuck up, bro.
Man. Oh, one thing I want to talk about too is Lamar Jackson, bro. Like,
What you want to
I
say
don't
about it?
think I believe in him, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
like my guy. I was talking to Brett about this
Mm-hmm.
FaceTime. He said because we was looking up the stats of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
His QBR rating is 102 during the regular season. His
Yeah.
QBR rating during the playoffs is 68.
Yeah. Let me tell you why I don't necessarily feel no way about that. Is because it's not necessarily him not playing well. It's his receivers not playing well. Like I've seen, bro. We've watched that the first
That
time
play,
they played the Titans that year, and like none of his receivers showed up, or tight end. Like they dropping like the passes he's throwing to them, but he's keeping them competitive and keeping them in the game,
yeah,
despite the fact they're dropping passes. So
yeah,
oftentimes, then also the play calling, you know, they they didn't they the plays that the coaches were calling was like it was so predictable. They didn't do anything new at all.
yeah,
It's like it's the playoffs now. Now it's time to dive deep into that playbook and show something new and do something new. But they
yeah,
didn't. Like I don't really blame him because like it's not like he's playing bad. It's not like he's playing terrible. It's
yeah.
around him. And then also something else about Lamar. Each and every year that he's been in the league, he has improved.
Yeah.
How many players, how many quarterbacks we can say that about?
Tom Brady.
Ain't too many, bro. It's not too many, and especially that improved at the rate that he has, you know.
I just want to see him like. The only thing I say about Lamar is just I want to see him like instead of using his legs more, I want to see him like pass more
Yeah.
because it's just with like running quarterbacks. Like I think his first like result, but hopefully they give him more receivers this year. His first resort is just like run, 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 and
I hear you, bro, because like with him being able to throw more, that's more on the coaching staff, like the offensive coordinator. It's more about the plays that the coordinator call because
yeah,
they call so many running plays and many of them are for him. So it's like he can only do so much.
yeah. Hopefully they call better plays for him, man. Cause like
Yeah. They got
it's
to
like
really expand the offense in general too.
like I know he's a good. It's like I don't know. Like I just want to see him like
Because he
go.
throws the ball naturally well. Like, he has a nice fluent throwing motion, all that. So it's like it's not him, bro.
Yeah,
But like
trying to
that
think.
coaching staff, I feel like they could do like a better job of like dialing up different plays, and like uh evolving the offense a little bit more.
Yeah, they they need a better offense in general because their defense is cold.
Yeah, and it's like their offense. They always run. They basically run the same offense that the 49ers ran when they had Colin Kaepernick because they have the offensive coordinator.
Yeah. You know who runs play like them? North Carolina. They did a lot of
Me talking
the,
what's
I saw
that?
they did North Carolina did a lot of like read option, a lot of running plays. They don't pass the ball a lot from the last game I saw. But Baltimore, they haven't been like the last time they were like really good. Even when they won a Super Bowl, they weren't that good. They were the underdogs.
Yeah, that was Ray Lewis fast last year. Matter of
Yeah,
fact.
and I remember they were a wild card.
Mhm. I really don't remember too much from that year in the NFL because like so much has like, changed and stuff from like then until now. I just remember that was like Ray Lewis last year. 'Cause I know
Yeah,
he missed like most like a lot of the season. Off the fact like he like tore his bicep or something like that.
yeah, it was something like that. But
Hmm.
so the first NFL football game is tomorrow. You got Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus
Oh, oh my gosh, bro, I forgot, bro, I literally forgot, bro. Wow.
So who do you have? You
Oh,
guys,
like to win the game easily. Tampa Bay.
oh
Just
yeah,
off the fact they have more returning pieces,
oh yeah,
and
they
like
got
they
all 22.
used to being together. So I feel like they gonna win off of that. And it's like I feel like they have a better roster anyway. I feel like they got a better roster, better coaching, better depth, all that. So it's like I'm going to Buccaneers.
Yeah, they definitely got a better coach just off that with uh uh,
Bruce
uh
Arians.
yeah, he's a very good coach,
That's right.
way better than old boy.
Mike McCartney.
Yeah, and I mean Zeke lost some weight. I've been watching Hard Knocks. He lost some weight. I mean they defense gonna look tough, but
Uh,
depends how their offense is, how healthy Dak is.
yeah.
But Tampa Bay, I think, is going to be even more dangerous than they were last year.
I feel like they'll probably win that game by 10 points. I'll say probably 10, something like that.
Yeah, that's
I
a
feel like
good.
they're gonna win by 10, but from the beginning, it's all gonna be like Tampa Bay's dominating.
Yeah, moving down the field, and then, bro, they
Mhm.
said AB has been like working his tail off, bro.
I'm not surprised. AB has always been a hard worker. He's
Hey,
never not grinding, bro. So like, I'm not surprised by that.
I'm gonna say this now. He's going to be the breakout player of the year this year.
Ooh, okay, okay, okay. I'm
bro,
looking forward to seeing that now. I really do
yeah,
look forward to seeing AB do his thing. So I feel
bro,
like he can. He had a. I think about this. Like, bro, he had another year in that system, like learning the system, the play calling, this and that, and getting more chemistry with Tom Brady, bro.
yeah, bro. It's like he's around some great leaders. He's around some like just like a great team, bro.
Yeah,
And
a great
with
organization, bro. Like the
and
leadership is good.
oh yeah, for sure. And it's like with everything being back to normal, like he hasn't been really getting into anything. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like it's
Yeah.
been, like AB is not doing this or he's not doing that. Like he's actually focused now. Now
Oh yeah.
that I feel like it's because of that chemistry now. And then now you got Tom Brady as your quarterback. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
too much playing that
Ain't
you
too
can.
much to complain about with Tom Brady, your quarterback now.
Yeah, bro.
Mm.
That offense is their offense looks scary too, bro.
Oh
Tampa
yeah.
Bay,
Oh
like
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they got 22 starters coming back.
Yeah, on both sides, bro. Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be a really, really tough team to beat. But
Yeah.
my Super Bowl pick would probably be like, well, I'll say this: the NFC Championship game would probably be the Rams and Tampa Bay, and
Mm. Okay.
AFC would probably be Kansas City and don't even know who. Maybe I don't believe in Tennessee yet.
Mm. This is all like before the regular season, bro. So whatever your predictions are, just go ahead, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'll say Kansas City. I'm trying to think. Oh, Kansas City and Cleveland.
You think Kansas City could? All right, let me tell you. I say NFC is going to be NFC Championship is going to be. I say Tampa Bay versus the Packers, and then for the AFC, I feel like it's going to be a rematch between. I feel like they're both going to be rematches, like from last year, bro. The Bills versus Kansas City. Because I don't feel like the Browns can beat either Kansas City or the Bills. Because the Browns, like, if they go against, this is if all teams are healthy, you know. So say this is like an all healthy matchup. A healthy Bills versus a healthy Browns. I feel like a healthy Browns defense wouldn't be able to stop a healthy Bills offense, you know. And I feel like the Bills defense will be good enough to where they'll be able to stop the Browns. I feel like the Browns is going to be heavy run game, and I feel like the Bills defense will be able to not necessarily stop it, but like make it tough on Baker.
Yeah, I think they would probably run the ball more since they got.
For sure. That's all they're gonna do, bro. Is run it. That's what they did last year with Baker. That's how he had all his success.
Yeah, because Bills their secondary is really, really, really good.
Their defense has more chemistry now.
Yeah, but the Browns picked up some like really good players in the draft.
Oh yeah,
defense. That's why.
But they still rookies though.
Yeah, so we're gonna see.
So I don't know who in that secondary you think gonna stick Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, bro. You got I wonder if Denzel Ward still play for them.
Bro,
He's probably the solid veteran. But that's what they put on him. I wouldn't put him Stephon Diggs. You crazy?
Coach? No.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, no, that was funny. I can't believe, dude. Brandon, bro, I still say to this day, bro, I'll be crying laughing if that ever happened. If that ever happened and me and you played football, if I played football with you at Upper Iowa and a linebacker did that in the game, bro, I think me and you would have been like dying laughing on the field, bro.
I'll tell you this, bro. I'll tell you one better. There's a football player, a DB, matter of fact. He quit the football team during a practice.
Wow, I think I know what you're talking about too.
We ain't gonna say no names, not gonna say no names. But he threw the helmet and all that.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
But we're just gonna leave that there. We ain't gonna say too much, bro. But it was funny. I'm like, man, what happened? But then like it's crazy, bro. College football crazy. College sports crazy. That's all I'm saying, bro.
It is, bro. But yeah, tomorrow my pick is obviously Tampa Bay. Yours is Tampa Bay. If Dallas wins, I'll be shocked.
Hey, we're gonna talk about we can talk more about that on the weekend to remember. Like we're gonna talk about the results and all that. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. After this, because this is the first week of the NFL season, so
we're gonna have a lot to talk about now.
Oh yeah,
bro. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we dip off, man?
Well, y'all gonna be surprised on Friday. I'll just say that.
Man, I just hope you guys enjoy this whole podcast episode. Don't forget to rate and review wherever you are listening to us at. Go check out our YouTube channel, All American State of Mind. Go check out all the content we have on there. Leave some comments. You know, we love to interact. So leave some comments and like, subscribe. And we out.
Yes, sir. Where can people follow you at? Like your
everything's just Cody Stamann.
Everything's Cody Stamann.
Stamann. Yeah. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I make it pretty easy. I just use my name. I don't do any crazy abbreviations or anything.
Okay, my guy. Man, we appreciate you for coming on, my guy. It means so much that you shared your time with us, man.
Of course, of course.
We definitely be paying attention to your next fight too. Hopefully, Sean O'Malley would say yes, but that's what I really hope you get.
The thing is that he doesn't want to. Man, he didn't want to figure out who he is. He's not ready for that. He's not ready.
But we really, like you said, we really appreciate your time, and good luck on your next fight.
Appreciate it, guys, man. Have a good night.
You too, man.
You too.